What's up? What's up? What's up, tribe? How's everybody doing? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Can y'all hear me okay? I don't have my microphone near me. I'm scared to move it. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, is that better? Can y'all hear me? Hey, hey, hey. How you guys doing? Happy Thursday to everybody. Come on in. Please hit the like button as you walk in the door. Much appreciated. We good? All right. I sound good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh-oh. What that? What the hell? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just posting that we're live because people don't get the notifications. So I just want to make sure everybody has the information. What up, y'all? Hey, boo. I need to talk to you because I need some background information on some things that are going on down to the New Jersey. And I know you can fill in the blanks for me. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone is having a great Thursday. I'm not gonna complain about it being Thursday. I'm just gonna complain about the fact that my vacation is almost over, honey. But it's all good. I can't even really complain about that. It is what it is. All right, you guys, we can write. Wait a minute, hold on. Did I put the wrong thumbnail on this video? Hold on, y'all. I think I put the wrong thumbnail on this video. Shoot. Yeah, I did. All right, hold on, y'all. Let me fix this thumbnail. I was like, huh, that ain't the right thumbnail. Hold on, y'all. Let me change the thumbnail, child. I hope y'all not in here thinking that we get ready to talk about the Tasha K interview that ain't dropped yet. We are here for a tribe meeting. I am so sorry, y'all. My bad, my bad, my bad. Lord have mercy. Okay. My bad, y'all. Not Bully B. Don't come over here. Don't come over here for the Bully B. Now your hair looks another color. Still looks pretty though. Your biggest fan in Minneapolis. Oh, thank you. It's probably the lighting and all that good stuff. This for some reason my lighting isn't too great. In here right now. My camera. I think I need to. Well, not. I think I need to get a new camera. I think the camera's just not doing the things that it needs to do. But I need a new camera anyway. Um. Okay. Now I got the right thumbnail. Okay, because I was like, this ain't the right thumbnail. See, that's what happens when you do stuff all in, you do stuff all early and then you end up in the wrong thumbnail and all that good stuff. All right, y'all, let's get into this because we got a lot to cover today, honey. There's a lot going on today. A lot of little this and a little bit of that going on, child. A lot of little bit of this and a little bit of that. We are live. Okay. Hey Cams, what's up? Okay, so let me say hi to let me say hi to my people, and then we're gonna get into these stories because we got a lot to cover. I've been good. Okay, all right. Hey, Tavares, Lemon Kush, Tan, Lady V, Tracy, Morgan. What's up? What's up, Edwina? Keep it cute. Cross Country Cruiser. What's up, Corey? Hey, Sharice. I already spoke to y'all. Hey, boo. Crispies. Hey, my love. Miss Bay thing. Hey, hey, hey. Brittany. Crispies, we gave you guys a shout out last week. We are so happy that the strike ended with you guys getting some great things out of it. That was really great of you guys. I'd love to see that. Hey everyone, I'm here but not here. I'm incognito. Okay. Black Empress, what's up, Jason? Baby Blue Prada shoes. Yes, what a Baby Blue Prada shoes. Yes. Hey Ravine, what's going on? I need a drink heavy on the ice. It's disrespectfully hot. Listen, it's getting hot here too. And I'm not complaining because when I was in Detroit, I had on my coat. It was cold. And I came down here and I was like I literally drove. When I left Detroit, it must have been, I'm not exaggerating, it was probably 30 degrees when I left Detroit. I got to DC, it was 80 degrees. I said, you know what? You just saw it on IG? Okay, good. All right. Hey, Zara, what's going on? Thanks to you and El Teddy. Yes, the fight continues. Yes. It's 76 in New York. I'm going to be in New York this weekend, so I'm hoping it's a decent weather. And I'm only going to be there for 24 hours, Tracy. I already know what you get ready to say. I didn't even mean to say it out loud. That I was going to be in New York. But I'm only going to be there for 24 hours, child. Hey, Peace. Yvette, what's going on? All right. My other Tracy is in the house. Hey, my other Tracy is here. Oh, shoot. Y'all. Forgot to bring my stuff for my water. I know I don't like plain water. Okay. Where do we want to start, y'all? We got some good stuff going on here today. We got a lot going on. And we got some stuff that y'all gonna probably not be happy with me when we get done. But I still love y'all anyway. First of all, let me make the announcement that we will be Tasha K is dropping part 2 of the interview with the mistress, Rocky's mistress, Unique. She did drop a teaser earlier today. And so she's going to drop that full interview tomorrow, probably at 8 o'clock. She tends to drop the stuff at 8 o'clock for whatever reason. That's her time. And if she drops it earlier, I'll get to it earlier. But I scheduled, I'm going to see Bishop Robbery, right? I scheduled the video for tomorrow at 10:30 because I know at 8 o'clock I do the review of Bel Air over on TSF. And if she does drop the interview at 8 o'clock, I need time to watch it. But we will be discussing it. Now, listen, let me say this. I love y'all dearly. It's 100 y'all in here. I hope everybody has hit that like button, please, and thank you. Listen, I love y'all dearly. But you know what the thumbnail says. Please don't come into the video tomorrow complaining that we talking about Rocky and Tasha. You tired of talking about Xscape. It's on the thumbnail. So if you don't want to talk about it, that might be one you just need to skip. Just hop over, okay? But we're gonna get into that. Y'all know that this is the finale. All right. Can y'all hear me now? I should be back. Okay. This is the finale of the show. Is this Sunday? We're gonna hate to see it going, child. We're gonna hate to see it go. Was that comment for Abby? You know her favorite line is "I don't care." Child. I'm gonna start on one poll. I started to put that as an option on my poll, that the Abby option, which is "I don't care." I started to put that as an option on the poll, child. The "I don't care" option. But we're gonna be talking about it, okay? So listen, y'all, but that's what we're gonna be talking about, okay? All right. All right. Hey, Miss KK, what's going on? All right, you guys. So there's that. Okay, I had to make that announcement. All right, which way do we want to go? Well, let's start off with my girl Cardi B. Shout out to Cardi B. This is the 5-year anniversary of her premiere album, Invasion of Privacy. And she, as a result, she did celebrate it over to the social media. But Invasion of Privacy is now the highest RIAA certified album by a female rapper released this century. Not decade. Century. Okay? So congratulations to Cardi B. So whenever people start talking about Cardi B being, oh, she's overrated and she hasn't done this and she hasn't done that and she don't do this and she don't do that. Listen, at the end of the day, The accolades are there. The numbers speak for itself, and it is what it is. And if you don't like Cardi, that's on. Listen, that is what this big old world is about, right? But what we not gonna do is sit here and act like Cardi ain't done nothing. Okay? Yes, since 2000, this century. Yes. So we're in 2023. So she is the highest selling in the last 23 years. And I think that says a lot, because I think a lot of times people want to take away that from her. And again, we've had these discussions before on my channel before about hip hop and music and you tell me she has all the success with just one album. Wow. Yeah, because all the other songs have been just singles. Like Money was a single, WAP was a single, Press was a single. So like she's just been dropping singles. And she did an interview a few months ago. She did an interview where she was saying how she's really afraid of dropping she said she's recorded enough songs for 2 albums, but she doesn't feel any of them are perfect. It's that sophomore jinx. It is that sophomore jinx. It is really, really hard to duplicate. It's lightning in a bottle. And the reality of the situation is she probably won't surpass Invasion of Privacy. She probably won't. That's like Michael Jackson. He spent the rest of his career chasing Thriller. It's lightning in a bottle. You probably can't redo it. It's the right person at the right time doing the right thing, and it boom. So it's hard to do that. You just made it home from the dentist. Oh, Paul, I hope you feel better. I like Cardi, and it's a big accomplishment, but it's a lot of century more to go. Absolutely it is. But all I'm saying is, as of right now, on the 5-year anniversary of her album, it's the highest selling album by a female rapper in the last 23 years. So would that make y'all feel better to say it like that? In the last 23 years? Right. Bobby Brown's biggest selling album was his sophomore album. Well, Thriller was Michael Jackson's sophomore album. But I'm saying in Cardi B's example, in Cardi B's situation, it's a sophomore album. Janet Jackson's Control was her sophomore album. So all I'm saying though is it's hard when you hit that pinnacle. It's hard to duplicate that. It's just really, really hard to duplicate that. Her mixtapes were fire. Like I was introduced to Cardi B on Love and Hip Hop. And I didn't take her serious because she was a comedian. Her personality is what it is. And I believe probably one of my students, if I'm being honest, it was probably one of my students let me listen to her mixtape, her first mixtape, and I was like, yo. And then her second mixtape, I think, was better than the first one. So yeah, the right side of your face is numb. Oh, get you some rest, Pooh. Thriller is dope, but off the wall. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Some people do prefer off the wall more than they prefer Thriller, right? So that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is she's chasing, in her mind, and probably the record companies too, they're chasing that. And that's all I'm saying. I'm saying when you hit that pinnacle. I say sophomore slump because for her, it'll be her sophomore album. But yeah, there are a lot of celebrities, musicians who it's not their first album that catches fire. Hey Xavier, I was following her way before she even hit the reality TV scene. Yeah, Shantia, and that's the thing. Her social media presence is what got her on Love and Hip Hop. They saw her on Love and Hip Hop, and they saw her on her social media, and they loved her from her social media. So all right. So shout out to Cardi. Shout out to Cardi. Shout out to Stacy Abrams. She has just been named She has just been named the Director of Race and Equality over at Howard University. And now, I'm not even sure what that means, but congratulations to Stacy Abrams. I guess she's going to be teaching some classes over to the Mecca. I don't know. But congratulations to her. Congratulations to her. And Lauryn Hill had one studio album, and we all know of her impact. Exactly. Yep, exactly. Took Rihanna 2 albums to finally go mainstream. Yep. All Who was that first song I was introduced to Rihanna? I think SOS was the first song I knew of Rihanna. But I'm glad she knew when she outgrew love and hip hop. Yeah, I definitely agree that she left when she was supposed to leave. Yeah, I agree. She left when she was supposed to leave. Yep, she used it for what it was there for, and she got the hell out. And I can appreciate that. I guess congratulations are in order. I mean, I guess we're gonna say congratulations are in order to Jen Shah. Child, they say Jen Shah is down to the jail writing plays, girls and ladies and gentlemen. Listen, let me tell you something. They say that Jen Shah, let me go ahead and tell y'all what it is. They say that Jen Shah is working on a play with her fellow inmates called The Real Housewives of Bryan. Now, Bryan is the correctional facility in which she is currently being housed, child. Child, she said, it will reportedly concentrate on the real life housewives of the imprisoned inmates down to FPC Bryan in Texas. Listen, if that ain't taking lemons and making lemonade, I don't know what is. That is taking lemons and making lemonade. I'm not mad at her. I ain't mad at her. Look, I'm not even mad at her. She gonna take that thing, she gonna roll it, flip it, parlay it, and she gonna turn it into something. Listen, Jen gonna hustle her. She ain't do nothing else. She gonna find her hustle. Did her husband file the papers yet? No, not to my knowledge. Shout out to the 140 people in the room. Please hit that like button. You guys know, y'all got to hear the speech. You guys know that hitting that like button helps us with engagement. Shout out to the new subscribers. You guys saw I posted. I gained over 1,000 subscribers last month. Thank you, SWV, Xscape, and Bravo TV, because the majority of them came from my coverage of the Queens of Hip Hop. I hope you guys stay after the Queens of Hip Hop and hang out with us. If you're new, come on down and say hi to the people. We don't bite. We have a good time over here. But if you guys could please hit that like button, because it sends a notification to YouTube that people actually like what I'm talking about. And the more likes y'all hit, the higher up my video gets pushed, and I stay into the algorithm. So, you know, it is a free way to support the channel. You know, I don't ask y'all for no money over here. I mean, I do accept donations, but I don't be begging for them. But I do beg for likes. So if you guys can hit that like button, it is much, much appreciated. My mod tells me we are at 76. If you guys could please get us to, I would like to get to 120. If we're going to be at 140 people watching, I'd like to get to about 120 likes. Okay? Hey, Budget and Ways. How you doing? Weights, Budget and Weights. I said Ways. Okay. So shout out to Jen Shah. I had to put her in my shout outs for the day because, listen, like I said, where'd my pen go? If that ain't taking lemons and making lemonade, I don't know what it is. And I'm here for it. I can appreciate that. I can appreciate her taking the lemons and making lemonade. Okay? Where do we go next? Okay, I already talked about that. Okay, I got some bad news for some of y'all, my Real Housewives of Potomac people. My Real Housewives of Potomac people, come on down to the front. I got some bad news for y'all, okay? Now, word on the curb is they've started filming, okay? Word on the curb is they have started filming for the new season. And everybody's back. Now, just because everybody is filming does not mean that everybody is going to have a champagne glass. It just means that everybody is filming. And the reason why I say it, because, again, you guys know that people get demoted and people get promoted based on what they bring to the table, based on what they have going on, right? People get promoted and people get demoted. I feel like maybe they started filming, and one of the first scenes they filmed might have been a group scene, and that's why we've seen everybody. But if I had to guess, I'm gonna just go on and tell y'all the truth. If I had to guess, Mia's storyline is gonna be her and Jacqueline making up. I think her and Jacqueline have made up, and I think that's gonna be her storyline. I think Jacqueline is going to be either a full-fledged friend of this season, or she may even be a main character. I don't think she needs to be a main character though. I think that she could be a just drop it in and say boo. Giselle ain't gonna have no storyline like she normally does. If she gonna have a fake storyline with her dating that dude from Summer House or whatever, she gonna have some fake storyline. Her storyline is gonna really be about her girls, her daughters, especially her oldest daughter graduating and going off to college. Especially if they started filming now, her daughter. This will be going into the last couple of months of her daughter. So be prepared to see Giselle talking about college and her daughters and her dealing with that. I bet you that's gonna be her main storyline. Karen ain't bringing nothing. I love the Grand Dame, but y'all know Karen ain't doing nothing, child. Ashley is gonna be more post. Well, I can't even say post divorce because hell, did they even file the divorce yet? Have they even filed the divorce yet? So I can't even say post divorce, but I feel like it's gonna be more of that, her and her single motherhood. If y'all go back and look at my reviews from 3 seasons ago, I predicted Ashley's storyline. Yeah, for the people who've been here long enough to know that I predicted that Ashley was setting her storyline up for the next 4 seasons. Who was here when I said that? I said she's gonna get pregnant with the first baby. Then in the next season, she's gonna be pregnant with the second baby. Then in the next season, her and Michael gonna get divorced. And then in the next season, it's gonna be all about her being a single parent and living life without Michael. Who remembers me saying that? I said that 4 years ago. I don't know if y'all remember me saying that. Miss Bay say she was here. Okay, if y'all remember, I said it 4 seasons ago when she got pregnant with that first baby. I said that. I said it. Budget and Weight say she remember me saying it. Listen, I don't know everything, but I'm just saying I was right about that. I was right about that. Robin, we know what Robin's storyline gonna be, child. Robin's storyline is gonna be ducking and dodging the Juan and the rumors of the infidelity, child. That's her storyline. Who am I missing? Wendy. I don't know what Wendy's storyline gonna be, child. Wendy gonna come up with another business. I don't know what she's gonna do. I don't know. Maybe her and her mama. Maybe she'll dig deeper into her and her mama and their relationship, child. I don't know. But and Sharice, child, who knows? Candace is gonna do more Candace. I feel like thank you so much, Liberated Life. And I'm glad you came over. Candace, she's gonna do more of what she got going on. You know, she went back to the Grammys again this year. She's had some other opportunities. I honestly predict that this might be Candace's last season, especially depending on how nasty things get with Giselle. I think this might be her last season. Honestly, I think this might be, because I just think she's over it. I think she's outgrown this platform because she is trying to do so many other things. She has had opportunities to act. She is doing things with her music. Whether people are buying it or not, that's not the point. She's been doing a lot of things with her music. And we know she was on that show on, what was it, All Black or whatever that streaming channel is. And she's been doing some other acting things. So I honestly feel like we may only see, I feel like this might be Candace's last season. Anyway. Exactly. When are they bringing the lunch lady back? Who's the lunch lady? Sharice? Far as they said everybody's back, so I guess that means Sharice is back. Hey, Romero. Hey, Boo. Hey, Phil. Phil say, I'm Team Robin. I'll be Team Robin, honey. And she wants to have kids. I don't think she'll do that on the show. No, she said she was waiting to have kids. That's why she was freezing her eggs. You know what, Tracy? And on that note, we're moving on. I'm not doing this with you. I am not doing this with you. She said, I'm not doing this with you. Not Timbe in a wig. No, ma'am. Nope. No, sir. No, ma'am. I'm not doing. Nope. I'm not doing this with you. Moving on. All right. Now, what has she been in? She was on. She was on some a movie. Well, she was on. I think the movie came on Lifetime or TV One or something. And then she was on that series. That series that streamed on. Was it streaming on All Black? And it had like T.S. Madison in it. It had Erica Mena. It had her. I didn't watch it, but it was like a whole TV show. Ultimately, if you don't get along with the fan favorite, you not staying too long. Oh yeah, and Candace also just doesn't play the game well. And I'm not saying she should. Everybody has to do the things they do. She was in several Christmas productions on All Black. Okay, yeah. I'm not saying that she has to play the game well, but here's the thing about, and I've told you guys this before, about reality TV. It's a game. And that's why some people can do reality TV and some people cannot do reality TV, because it's a game. And either you're willing to play the game or you're not. And Candace doesn't want to play the game. People get mad at Giselle. People get mad at well, Giselle doesn't have a storyline. Why is she still here? Because Giselle knows how to play the game. And she's willing to play the game. Again, we don't have to like it. We don't have to agree with it. But it is what it is. Giselle plays the game. Giselle ain't going nowhere. Listen, we can hate Giselle all day long. Giselle ain't going nowhere. That's just it. I'm sorry. I hate to be the one to tell y'all. Giselle ain't going nowhere. Same way people complain about Kandi down in Atlanta. Kandi ain't going nowhere until Kandi's ready to leave. I doubt Kandi's going anywhere. Let me put it that way. I doubt it. When y'all start, listen, let me tell y'all a great way. Exactly. If you don't get along with Kandi, it's a wrap. Here's a great way of keeping up with who's going to stay on Bravo and who's not. And y'all don't have to like it. Y'all don't have to like it. But pay attention to who gets spinoffs. Pay attention to how often people are on Watch What Happens Live. Those are the people that are in the check column. Those are the people that are in the like column. Whether you like them doesn't matter. Pay attention. Kandi has had 5,000 spinoffs on Bravo. I mean, Nene, before Nene fell out with Bravo, Nene was a darling. She had spinoffs. She was on Watch What Happens Live all the time. Whenever Bravo was doing special events, Nene was always one of the people that they invited. Remember when they did the Pride Parade? Nene was one of the housewives that was invited. You got to pay attention to stuff like who we see. I follow people, not everybody, but I follow some of their social media. Pay attention to stuff like that. That is how you know. So when you saw that Giselle got that little Bravo chat room situation with Portia, you already knew then she was solidified. She was solidified. People may not be watching Real Housewives of Atlanta for Kandi, but she ain't going nowhere. I mean, that may not be who you watching it for, but she ain't going nowhere. So, and that's just my opinion. I mean, again, I don't know these people. I don't talk to Kandi on the phone. That's just my opinion. People, ain't nobody watching Potomac for Giselle, but she ain't going nowhere. Ain't nobody watching Beverly Hills for Kyle, but she ain't going nowhere. Nene, Portia, and Phaedra need a show. Oh, child. I wouldn't be able to. Oh, God, no. That would get on my nerve. Isn't Giselle in some controversy for using a gay slur? Yes and no. I mean, people talked about it, and then it kind of went away. I actually meant to talk about it yesterday, and I forgot. Hey, House and Princess, how you doing? How you doing, my love? I did mention it. I mean, I meant to mention it yesterday, but I didn't really make a big deal about it because she wasn't calling somebody a gay slur. She was repeating what somebody else said, and she said the word. And I know that bothers people, just like if somebody uses the N-word that's not black, even if they're just quoting what somebody else said, people get upset if they actually say the word. So I understand why it may have bothered some people, but I don't feel like that's going to go anywhere. I don't feel like that's going to go anywhere, honestly. I'm not watching. I'll just watch the reviews and stay in touch and be nosy. I know that's right. I feel you. Just make sure you watch my reviews. Question: who would you keep on Potomac? Mia, Candace, Ashley. Mia, because Mia's a liar and Mia is irritating, but Mia is good TV. Candace actually has stuff going on. Candace always brings us a storyline. Whether, again, she's with us the storyline with her and her mom. She's with us the storyline with her and Chris, her and her eggs, her and her music. Candace always has a storyline. I would move Karen into a different. Yes, obviously I would bring back the Grand Dame. Y'all know I love Karen, but I would have her in a different capacity. I would not have Karen. I would really make Karen the Grand Dame. I would make her the matriarch of the show, even though she's really only a couple of years older than Giselle and Robin. But because she is sort of in that role, I would make her the matriarch. Like, I would not put her in a lot of the mess. I would have her be the peacemaker a lot of times. I would, because she's just over it. She's not. It's I don't know. And I would definitely bring back Ashley, because Ashley is a shit stirrer. Ashley carries the bones. You need one, whether we like Ashley or not. Ashley carries the bones. Yeah, I would definitely. I don't know if I would demote her to friend of, but that's how I would use her. I would use her, and I mean, if you pay attention, that's kind of how they used her last season. Last season, they used her as a friend of. Karen ain't had no damn storyline last year, and they didn't even pretend. They didn't even pretend that Karen had a storyline last year. You know what I mean? But I would get rid of Robin. I would get rid of Robin. I just would. I like Wendy. But I don't think this is the avenue for Wendy. I don't think this is, with all the other things that Wendy has going on in her life, I don't think this is the platform. Wendy is more suited for a Married to Medicine style platform. Even though they be on Married to Medicine acting a fool too. So I guess I can't say that, because they be acting a damn fool on Married to Medicine too, child. But anyway. Robin was the star last season. No, Robin was not the star last season. Just so we're clear, Really B, you left off Tim Bay in the wig. I'm not doing the Tim Bay in the wig. But no, Charisse, no, not at all. Definitely not Charisse. Not Robin, not Giselle. Yeah. But that's just me. But that's only if I could find some people to replace them. Let's be clear. I'm not throwing out the baby with the bathwater. If I can't do some good tests and bring some people that I think are going to bring some good, new, fresh stuff to the show, I wouldn't do it. That's just me, though. So, yeah, so that's the Real Housewives of Potomac update. Like I said, that's a rumor. That is a rumor. It is subject to change. That is just what I heard. That is the word on the curve, okay? 185 people in the room. Mods, I know we looking at like 160 likes. If you could please hit that like button as you come in and take a seat, I would appreciate you. We got plenty of seats. I think the front row might be filled up, but we got room in the second and third row. Y'all come on down. Say hi. Come on in, okay? Haven't watched Potomac or Atlanta in 2 or 3 years. Karen is most memorable and hilarious to me. Y'all know I love the Grand Dame. Y'all know she's my favorite. But if you're asking me from a producer perspective, now from a fan perspective, I love Karen. But from a producer perspective, I'm looking at it from that angle. Mia is not good TV to me. I feel like she should be fired. No friend of bye-bye. Mia is good TV because Mia is willing to lie for the storyline. I mean, listen. When you talk about somebody that was the star of the season, Mia was the star last season. It was not Robin. Mia was actually the star of last season. Again, good or bad, I don't mean it in a good way. I just mean when you think about the majority of the storylines last season, the majority of them are built off of Mia. Something Mia was involved in. Mia and Wendy down in Miami. Mia and Jackie. Mia lying about whether she did or didn't have cancer. Mia and her husband lying about whether they were or were not in this relationship with Jackie. Mia lying on Chris saying that he did or he didn't do something. Like, it all revolved around, the majority of last season revolved around Mia ass. If you take Mia out, what the... Robin got the party started for season 8. Robin had one good episode, Phil. I know you a fan. But Robin had one good episode where her and Wendy got into it, and then she didn't invite Wendy to the game day. But after we saw the game day, were we really mad? I mean, were we really mad? I would get rid of Ashley and Robin. Let's see how Giselle rolls without those two. I probably would leave Giselle in for one season without her road dogs and see how that worked. I probably would. I probably would play that game. I will get rid of Robin. Get rid of Robin and see what Giselle does without. I agree. You click the thumbs down on accident, but you fixed it. How you gonna be an Ursher DMV and you clicking the wrong thumb? How you gonna be an Ursher? What's up, y'all? So, I mean, yeah, in that first episode, yeah, Robin got into it. She got into the mix with Wendy. But then, for me, it was a dud because you lied. And then you playing that, that game day as a way to sort of like throw something in Wendy's face. But nobody cared because the game day was a dud. Nobody cared. Well, the way I feel about it, at the end of last season, all of their asses was lying. So if you're going to bring the show back, if you want... I mean, the only way that you start off fresh is you get rid of all of them. I think all of them got caught in a lie last season except for Candace, I think. I think every single person on that show got caught in a lie last season except for Candace. I think Giselle would team up with Ashley and Robin. With Robin was there. I think Giselle would. If Robin was there. Yeah, I'll get rid of both of them and then see what Giselle does when both of them are gone. That's a good thing. And she flipped off the fans and doesn't care. So we don't care about her either, child. Candace got caught in one lie. What lie, y'all? Candace is the only one that lives in Potomac. She is. Candace is the only one that lives in Potomac. Mia was renting a house in Potomac, but they had to move out. So Candace lied at that dinner with the speaker. What'd she lie about? She lied about talking about... Oh, yeah, she did lie about... No, she didn't lie about it. She didn't lie about it. She didn't lie. She didn't lie. Okay, Wendy didn't get caught in a lie. She didn't lie about what she said about Karen. She just didn't want it to get back to Karen that she was talking shit about Karen. Oh, no, you're right. She did, and then they had to remind her. You're right. She had forgot she said it, or she claims she forgot she said it. Yeah, you're right. I remember that now. She did. She conveniently forgot. You're right. I remember that now. Okay. They should have just called it the Real Housewives of the DMV, child. Because they are in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia. You ain't lying about that. Because Ashley lives in Virginia. Wendy lives in Baltimore County on the other side of Baltimore. Mia was living in Baltimore her first season. Then last season, she was renting a house in Potomac. Karen rents a house in Potomac. Giselle lives in Bethesda. I heard Sharice lives in Bethesda. I know she doesn't live in Potomac anymore. I heard she lives in Bethesda now. Robin lives in Baltimore County. None of them. And Candace lives in Prince George's County. None of them, except for Karen, live in Potomac. But it's the same thing with Atlanta. I mean, most of them don't live in Atlanta proper. They live outside of Atlanta. Mia lives in North Bethesda, Rockville now. She lives in Rockville? Okay. Okay. No, Mia does not live in Potomac anymore. Nope. All right, so let's go on over here. Since we talk about the housewives, let's mosey on over to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, listen. Yeah, that's where she was. Peace. I don't know if that's where her house was built. I think it was though. I think her house. I know she was living in those townhouses by Arundel Mills, so she might be. That might be where she moved to. She might. That might be where she moved to. They canceled it because it was boring and it didn't have good ratings. For the exception of that one couple, they didn't really have good ratings. All right, so here's where y'all might get mad at me. So let me just say this: I love y'all. I love y'all in advance. Now, last week I told y'all that there was gonna be a new housewife down to the Beverly Hills. Her name is Wiley. Her last name is Wiley. What's her first name? What I tell y'all that lady first name was? What did I tell y'all that lady first name was? New housewife. I know her last name is Wiley. Her husband's name is Marcellus Wiley. He's a former NFL player. She is an anesthesiologist nurse. She's not an anesthesiologist, but she's a nurse that works in anesthesiology. But I can't remember her first name. What did I say her first name was? Lord, I'm trying to scroll. Anyway, I can't think of her first name right now. But nurse anesthetist. Did I say that right? Anesthesia. Did I say it right? Okay. I can't find it. But her last name is Wiley. Her husband's name is Marcellus Wiley. He's a former NFL player. Now, here is the problem. Allegedly, child. Y'all get it? Thank you. I appreciate y'all for getting it. Okay. Allegedly, she is friends with Candace Owens. Allegedly, she is friends with Candace Owens. Okay? And y'all know that automatically is going to make you side-eye person when there's a black person that's friends with Anne-Marie Wiley. Thank you, Quake Simmons. I appreciate your Googling skills, ma'am. Thank you so much. But she allegedly is friends. And I say allegedly because I don't know these people like that. Allegedly, her and Candace Owens are friends. So that's going to automatically make me give the good old side-eye to her. And that is going to make me question some things because they say you are the company that you keep. So if you out here hanging out with the likes of Candace Owens, they also say birds of a feather flock together. So I have to maybe question how you feel about some things if you out here hanging out with the people like the Candace Owens of the world. Okay? Also, now this is the part that y'all gonna probably not be happy with me, but let me just remember, I love y'all in advance. Also, her husband has a podcast down to the YouTube where sometimes he has some controversial opinions about things. One of the things that people are trying to say that he's being transphobic because he gave his opinion on the whole Dwayne Wade situation with his daughter. Now, I listened to, and I'm glad I went and listened to it. I'm glad that I went. It's only 10 minutes long. I found it on YouTube. All I did was Google, because I couldn't find it on his YouTube channel. I don't know if he took it down or what, but I just Googled his name, comma, Dwayne Wade on YouTube, and it popped right up. And the name of the video is called, it's called Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, daughter granted name and gender change, and I disagree respectfully. Okay? So this is what it looks like. This is, oh no, that's Kandi. I don't know how Kandi popped up, child. There it is right there. That's the video. And again, it's only I think it's a 10-minute clip, probably out of a bigger podcast. He does a show like every day. It's called he does a show like every day. Now, it is called, his YouTube channel is Marcellus Wiley. Now let me say this. Once I listened to the video, because it says he disagrees respectfully, right? Once I listened to what he said, I don't have a problem with what he said. I don't think that what he said was transphobic. He did not misgender Zaya. He called her by her name, by her new legal name. He never misgendered her. He did not browbeat Dwayne Wade or Gabrielle Union. He did not in my opinion, he did not disrespect them. He just disagrees. And we've got to get away from the idea that because somebody disagrees, that means that they're homophobic or they're transphobic or they're racist. Everything isn't that. Everything isn't transphobia or homophobia or racist. Everything because they don't. Now that we know a thing is a thing, all right? I'm not saying that but if he had done this video where he was calling Zaya by her dead name, if he was misgendering Zaya and calling Zaya a boy, if he was saying Dwayne Wade, that's just disrespectful. I mean, if he was saying Dwayne Wade, you're a horrible father, how dare you, blah, 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 blah. That's not not in the video I listened to now. There may have been some other videos or there may be some other clips out there. But what I heard him say was, and I'm paraphrasing because I'm not going to play y'all the whole video. It's about 10 minutes. What I heard him say was, as a parent, sometimes we have to be the parent and not allow our children to make decisions that they may not be ready to make. He said, no parent wakes up. He said, there are parents out here, because he coaches football. He said, I have parents who are upset because their kids aren't better football players. I have parents who are upset because their kids aren't fast enough or they don't have the right skills. He said, but then I saw something the other day with a parent who had a kid that was deaf. And all he wanted was his child to be able to hear. He said, so none of us as parents are prepared when we are faced with the challenge of our child not being that, cookie cutter thing. He said, so I don't know, if me and my wife were faced with that challenge of a child saying, hey, I'm misgendered and I don't feel like, I feel like I was born in the wrong skin. He said, I don't know how me and my wife would deal with that, right? But the end of the day, he was just saying from his perspective, he disagreed with allowing Zaya to change her name. That is all he was saying. He wasn't making no nasty comments. Like I said, he did not misgender her. He didn't even call her by the wrong name. He called her Zaya. So thank you, Phil. Can you repeat that again? Everything isn't an ism. Yeah, I feel like we're so quick to slap a title on somebody and condemn somebody just because they have an opinion. And Aquarius Goddess says, worry about your own children. But he does a podcast just like I do a podcast. He's just giving his opinions just like I give my opinions. And again, like I said before I even started talking, y'all don't have to agree with it, and I love you anyway. And he said the same thing. When he got done saying his piece, he said, now I can't wait to see what the comments are. He's like, I know people are going to have something to say. But that's all he was saying. And he is the father of 4. And again, his decision isn't going to be everybody's decision. But he said that is what he would do. You know, he said that is how he feels. And again, if he had started off by saying, in my opinion, if he had started off by calling Zaya by Zaya's birth name or calling Zaya a boy, then I would be like, okay, this is some bullshit. But he didn't do that. Well, yeah, they lost me at the Candace Owens, but I just wanted to address both things. Cam said, I'm not a parent, but I know what good parenting looks like. I'm not a pilot, but I know a helicopter shouldn't be in a tree. I also keep my mouth closed when my opinion is uninformed. Well, I don't think his opinion was uninformed. I think he was speaking on, as a parent, how he felt. I don't know. I just don't feel like that. Again, I don't feel like he went on a rant. I don't feel like that's just how I feel. Like I said, it's a 10-minute video. It's not a long video. And I'm glad I listened to it, because when I was reading that he was homophobic and then I saw the title, I said, oh, oh, Lord, he about to, whoo. But once I listened to it, I was like, it's his opinion. That's all I have to say is preach. This world be so quiet can't be so quick to cancel people. Yeah. And that's what I think. I just feel like somebody saw this title. I bet you that a lot of people that are calling this man a transphobic, calling him transphobic, haven't even listened to the video. Half of them probably haven't even listened to the video. Now, like I said, they lost me at Candace Owens, I must say. But, you know, if that's all he said, then there's nothing wrong with that. But when you throw in the fact that the wife cool with Candace, it kind of seems like a dog whistle. And again, he may say worse when he's talking privately. He may very well. Kitchen table talk. But most of us say worse when we sitting at our kitchen table talking to our friends. Most of us say way more than we say publicly, we say privately. Most of us do. You know, so, you know, and I told y'all I had opinions about, in my opinion, certain things with Zaya. So my opinion isn't in line with how some people feel either. I feel, you know, I don't have a problem with Zaya expressing herself as Zaya and presenting as a girl. I don't have a problem with that part. I do have a problem. I do think that some things that they're allowing her to do, I wouldn't allow my girl to do. You know, the nails and the makeup and she's been doing nails and stuff since she was 9-10 years old. I wouldn't do that for my daughter. So when I have opinions about stuff like that, I'm looking at it from that perspective, not, you know, from a transgender perspective, just from the perspective of, I just think that she's being very grown. But that's my opinion. He just said he questions Angel Reese's motives for Tommy Caitlin Clark. He's one of those. Now, like I said, and listen, let's be clear. I ain't say that the man didn't have other, because he seems like his opinions are controversial. I'm just saying, in that clip that they posted, is the clip that they posted when they called him a transphobe. They posted that clip. I listened to it, and I didn't find it offensive. Now, I'm not Zaya. She might have found it offensive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Dwayne Wade. I ain't Gabrielle Union. They might find it offensive. I'm just saying I did not find it. But yeah, but when I was scrolling through his YouTube channel, he does seem like that person, like the shock jock, the let me see what I can say to get everybody. He does seem like the 10 minutes that I listened did not make me want to subscribe to his channel and keep listening to more videos. I will say that. Now that I can say, he did not make me want to subscribe to his channel. He does not seem like somebody whose commentary I would enjoy. But I was just saying, in that moment, in that clip, that's not what I heard. Now, more clips might surface, because like I said, I ain't about to go through this. This man puts up a video almost every day. I ain't about to go through his whole YouTube channel. I'm not doing that. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Like I said, y'all might not like me. Yeah, I do. I think so too, Phil. I think she dresses very sexy as well. Also remember the picture of her kissing her boyfriend. Like, I know that when I was 13 years old, I wouldn't be allowed to kiss my boyfriend in front of me like that. Again, those are the things that I'm talking about. And again, it's just my opinion. I'm on the outlook in hand. Ain't nobody asked me, just like Aquarius goddess said nobody asked him. Right. Ain't nobody asked me either, but baby, it is what it is. That's what we talk about, child. Anyway, so that's the update for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. All right. I got a couple of shit we did not ask for. Let's do that now. Because then we're going to talk about Kanye West, Kandi and Jason Lee. And we may get into some of these other things. I just have to see how I'm feeling. And just see what the time is looking like, because we already at an hour. But let's get into the things we did not ask for. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Is the robot coming through? Is this my internet? What internet? What robot? What are you talking about? Thank you, Tracy. You guys, please. It's 185 of you guys in here. If you have not checked out my me and El Teddy have a education podcast where we talk about issues as it relates to education. And we definitely talk about LGBTQ issues, issues that affect children of color. Y'all want to check us out. That is the link to subscribe to the Teacher Project 2.0. All right, you guys. So listen, let's get into it. We get ready to do shit we did not ask for. It's 183 people in the room. So if you are new to the channel, first of all, hit that like button. Second of all, it was breaking up. Is it still breaking up? That's more of a generational difference than anything to do with Zaya's gender. Right, that's what I'm saying. My issues don't have anything to do with Zaya being transgender. It has to do with, I think they allow her to do too much too soon. That's my opinion, though. So for those who are new here, we have a segment here called, Hey, what's up? Ederles. I always say it wrong, or feel like I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, Andre, that was on my list. Clarence Thomas was on my list because it had just popped up before I went live. So we'll see. But we are doing shit we did not ask for. So this is the way it goes. And shit we did not ask for, right? If you are a member, you have your emojis, right? So if it's something that you asked for, you would say 1 in the chat. If it's something you did not ask for, you put a 2 in the chat. And if it's a hell no, you put a 3 in the chat. But of course, if you are a member, you can't hear anything. Y'all can't hear me? It's breaking up. Y'all can't hear me? Okay, Candace, you can't hear me. Corey says she can hear me. Okay. Candace, it might be you, boo, because they said they can hear me. Okay. So, for those, okay, so y'all ready? It's 200 people in the chat. Mwah! Shout out to the 200 people in the chat. If you can hit that like, hit the like button. And please, 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 it came out and came back in. Yeah, it's getting ready to thunderstorm here, so it may get bad. It's getting ready to thunderstorm here in a few minutes. I can see they predicted thunderstorms, and I can see the sky changing. So again, if you're a member, you have your emojis. Let's go. The first thing I'm going to drop on y'all, it's not food. I know normally it's food, but it's not food. Listen up. HBO Max is in talks to reboot Harry Potter as a TV series. Each season of the series will be based on one of the 7 books. Which I think. Is this a 1 or a 2 or a 3? Now, I love Harry Potter. I love me. Y'all know I love me some Harry Potter. Y'all know that me and Abby, we were on our way to Universal Studios to go to ride the Hogwarts Express and all kinds of stuff. Y'all know that's what we was going to do until the Panorama. What's up with the volume, Shelby? You can't hear me? Okay, I see some 1s. I see a 1.5. Before I answer, see, Cams, that's my problem. My problem is who's going to be writing the scripts, and who are they casting? because I just don't know if I'm ready to see other people play the Harry Potters. But my love for Harry Potter has me wanting more. Y'all know what I'm saying? So I think they should really do the new generation. Honestly, I think they should do the new generation. I think they shouldn't do the reboot the books. I think they should do the kids. I think they should do the kids, but that's just me. All right, so there's that. That's the first thing. The second thing, now I don't know if this is real or not. I tend to think this one isn't real, but just for shits and giggles, we're gonna talk about it. I tend to think this one isn't real. Yeah, I really don't think this is real, y'all. But we're gonna talk about it anyway. Funyuns Mountain Dew. Would you do it? Would you drink Funyun flavored Mountain Dew? The reason why I say I don't think it's real because it's not even Mountain Dew isn't even spelled out right. So I don't think this is real. But would you do it? Would you do it? I see a lot of threes. I see a lot of threes. Y'all popped up that three real quick. Y'all popped up them threes real quick. Y'all popped up them threes real quick. It does. First of all, I used to love Funyuns when I was younger. I don't even do the Funyuns like that anymore. All right, and the last one is, and again, I don't know if this, I think we talked about this one before though. I feel like we already talked about this one. Did we already talk about the Flaming Hot Pop-Tarts? I feel like we did. I feel like we talked about the Flaming Hot Pop-Tarts already. But let's do it again. Which for all y'all that like, yeah, we did talk about this already. But for all y'all that like the Flaming Hot chips, would you do a Flaming Hot Pop-Tart? I love it, but not as a beverage. Yeah, I like me some Funyuns, but I don't even eat Funyuns like I used to. Mountain Dew I think Mountain Dew is nasty too. I cannot do a Mountain Dew. Oh, I can't do a Mountain Dew. I think Mountain Dews are just not good. We did it, and it's still a 3. I thought we did it. I thought we did it already, and it's Diva Juan said yes, we did it, and it is still a 3. Earl, you sent me one. Hold on. I thought I did yours. Wait a minute. Because I remember you sending me one. Hold on. Earl did send me one. Hold on, y'all. But I thought we had did it. But let's find Earl's. Let me find Earl's. Because I remember saying we're going to use this for the stuff we did not ask for. Now I got to find you, Earl. Hold on. Is this here? You go right here. Yeah, we talked about this one, Earl. We talked about this one the other day. Earl sent me the Oodles and Noodle breakfast one. We talked about this the other day. The Oodles and Noodles breakfast cup. Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, this one right here. We talked about this one the other day. All right, so that's our little intermission. Oh, Lord. Michael Jordan's $15 million mansion burglarizer. 18-year-old was arrested. Y'all gonna get enough. All right, let's get into it. Had a Mountain Dew about 12 years ago when I visited the U.S. Can't remember the flavor, so it isn't that memorable, I guess. Child, listen, I'm not a Mountain Dew. That ain't my thing. All right. All right, Kanye West. Let's get in. We haven't talked about Kanye in a while. I've been leaving Kanye alone. I've been letting him go over there and do whatever it is that he needed to do to recoup and get himself together. I hadn't been bothering him, and he hadn't been bothering me. But let's go on and talk a little bit about what's happening down to the Donda Academy, okay, with Kanye West. Now, let me read y'all what's going on. Kanye West is facing yet another lawsuit, but this time the call is coming from inside the house. 2 black teachers that worked at Donda Academy are suing Ye and the school for racial discrimination. They claim that once they started asking questions about the weird conditions at the school, they were fired. Okay. According to the lawsuit obtained by TMZ, the women say that they were the only black teachers employed by Donda when they were first hired. Once hired, they realized a lot of health and safety violations, unlawful education practices, and overall weird things per Kanye's request that needed to be addressed. One of the concerns mentioned in the lawsuit was school lunch. The teachers claimed that the only thing available to eat for lunch was sushi. That's not funny. And no outside food was allowed. They suspect that Kanye spent about $10,000 a week on sushi alone. The teachers claim that classes could not take place on the second floor because Kanye is afraid. Sometimes I need to read this stuff ahead of time. Because Kanye is afraid of stairs and he didn't want children using forks or utensils. I guess that's supposed to be why he hadn't eaten sushi. Okay. They also claim that no art could be hung on the walls and students couldn't wear jewelry because Kanye didn't like it. The teachers even say Kanye didn't allow chairs, forcing children to sit on foam cushions or stand, while teachers were relegated to standing or using a stool. Everyone in the school reportedly had to wear black head to toe and no Nike or Adidas was allowed. Sir, you had a whole contract with Adidas. Sir, you had a whole contract with Adidas. The suit claims that the Donda Academy didn't have a janitor or a school nurse. Just horrible all the way around. When the teachers tried to wave the red flag, they were warned not to consult with Kanye. The women were eventually fired, and they believed it was due to their race. They're seeking financial compensation. Okay, so first of all, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. Y'all weren't fired because of y'all's race. Y'all were fired because of y'all were whistleblowers. Y'all weren't fired because of y'all race. Y'all were fired because y'all were complaining about what was happening at the school. That is why y'all were fired. See, everything ain't about race. Now, I understand that they said they were the only two black teachers in the building. That's fine. But that's not why y'all were fired. Y'all weren't fired because y'all were the only black teachers. Y'all were fired because y'all were complaining about the conditions of the school. Should you have been complaining? Absolutely. Did y'all do the right thing? If all of these things in the lawsuit are true, absolutely. But that's not why y'all were fired. See what I'm saying? Everything, yeah, listen. As an educator, I can already tell you that there was a lot going on at that school that should not have been going on at that school. First of all, the school, thank you, Seagull, the school ain't even accredited. So why are y'all sending y'all kids to a school that's not accredited? I don't know. And as a parent, to all my parents that are in this building, that are in this chat right now, that is the first question you should always ask if you are sending your child to a school that is not within a public school system, whether it's a private school, whether it's a charter school. You should always find out if the school is accredited and who it's accredited by. So that's number one, okay? Number two, y'all gonna get enough of sending y'all kids to these fly-by-night schools just because somebody's name is attached to it. Y'all gonna get enough of that. Y'all put your kids in the Donda Academy because Kanye West's name was on the school. Don't know nothing about the school. Kanye West don't know nothing about education. Do y'all forget this the same man that bragged about dropping that wrote whole songs, albums about dropping out of college? And this who y'all entrusting your kids' education to? Y'all gonna get enough of that. Now that doesn't mean that every celebrity that has a school is a bad situation. That's not what I'm saying, because there's some celebrities that have some really good schools. But y'all gotta do y'all research. Y'all can't just send y'all kids to the school just because it got somebody's name on it. And I need to hear from the kids. Because see, kids will tell it. Kids will tell it. Ask them kids if they was eating sushi every day for lunch. Ask them kids what they sat on every day at school. Kids will tell it. Kids will tell it. And parents, were y'all allowed to send y'all kids to school in anything other than black? Were y'all allowed to send y'all kids to school in anything other than... See, y'all got to ask the right questions. Y'all not asking the right questions. Y'all are not asking the right questions. It closed down now, Xavier. It's closed now, I think. I don't even know if it's closed now. I know it was closed. Yeah, LeBron School has good reviews. You still got to go do your research. But it does have good reviews. I'm not saying it's not a good school. I've heard great things about LeBron's school. Was it Promise? I think it's called Promise. I've heard great things about school. What's my name? My boy, the guy, Jalen Rose. His charter school is doing some really good things. LeBron School is free. It's a charter school. It's free. It's a charter school. So anyway, Dr. Dre has a school for real? I don't know about that one. I didn't know Dr. Dre had a school. Yeah, again, I don't have any reason to believe that these women are lying. Well, these teachers, I don't know if they were identified as women or men. I don't have any reason to believe that these people are lying. And we know, just based on things we've heard about Kanye West, it doesn't sound like it's too far out of the realm of possibility that these kinds of things were going on. But at the end of the day, y'all parents, y'all gotta do a better job of where y'all sending y'all kids. And teachers, shout out to those teachers for speaking up and putting their jobs on the line and complaining and saying, how you don't have a janitor? Now, contrary to popular belief, they're just open district's charter school. It just opened. Oh, it just opened. Okay. Quiet as it's kept. Quiet as it's kept and loud as it is. Y'all made me lose my train of thought just that quick. What was I going to say? Damn it. Shit. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, the teachers, I think I was giving teachers accolades for speaking out. But yeah, y'all need to, I forgot what I was saying, child. I lost my train of thought, child. So they had the children learning in filth. Oh, I know what I was saying now. Thank you. Quiet as it's kept and loud as it is, there's a whole lot of schools that don't have a school nurse. So them saying that the school didn't have a nurse, that don't mean nothing. There's a whole lot of schools that don't have a full-time nurse. Y'all may not realize it, but I'm telling you, all of y'all that got kids in school, go find out how many days the nurses in y'all schools y'all child's build it, and if the nurse is there from the beginning to the end. You might be surprised. You might be surprised at how many schools do not have full-time nurses or do not have a nurse there all day long. You might be surprised. I'm here to tell you what I know. Now, y'all might think, oh, they have a nurse. Okay. Ask the nurse if she's there 5 days a week and if she's there from the beginning of the school day to the end of the school day. At my high school, all the nurse did was give us ice for everything, child. I worked at a school where all the nurse did was getting kids tea for everything. I said, what kind of tea are you giving them? What's in the tea? Well, at this point, nurses really aren't allowed to do anything. But, they're not even allowed to give out sanitary napkins anymore. I know in my district, they're not supposed to. We have a part-time nurse assistant. See? See? You had 2 full-time nurses? Bless you. Lucky you. Lucky you. Yeah, I mean, now, if a child has medication Like if a child is diabetic or a child is on some sort of regular medication, the nurse is qualified. The student knows to go to the nurse at whatever time of day they need to go take their medication. The parent drops the they do that. Nurses still allowed to do that. But they're not allowed to give out. And why can't they give out sanitary napkins? The way it was explained to me is that because they don't want the nurse's station to be used as a substitute for kids bringing their own supplies. So now again, that might not be the case at every school system. That might not even be the case at other schools in my county. I'm just telling you what I was told at my school, because they would even make an announcement saying that the nurse cannot give out, feminine hygiene products. Now, I know I always keep that kind of stuff. I always keep, especially when I worked at a middle school, because, a junior high / middle school, I always kept washcloths and soap, because that is the age group where they get musty and they haven't quite figured out yet that they got to put on deodorant. That's also the age group where a lot of times girls they haven't quite figured out that time of the month. Some of them are coming on their menstrual cycle and they weren't ready for it. And some of them haven't quite figured out their body chemistry to know when they're coming on. And so we would have a lot of accidents. And so I used to keep soap, the little cheap soap and little dollar store washcloths. I would keep those. And I always, I always keep sanitary hygiene products. I always keep those. But hey. Right, that's the age that it starts, so you're not prepared. Right, so I always kept, more so than I do now, I don't really have kids ask me at this, now that I'm in high school, I don't really have kids ask me. Every once in a while, I'll have a kid ask me. Every once in a while, but at this age, they'll ask each other. At this age, they'll ask each other, you got a tampon, you got a pad, But every once in a while, I'll have a kid ask me. But when I was in middle school, junior high school, oh yeah, I kept them. Because baby, they would be funky. Like around this time of year too, because they did a whole lot of growing over the winter. And then the minute them days start warming up, baby, they funky. And I would very nicely tell them, oh, I got lipstick on my face. Yeah. Oh, okay. Flo don't make announcements that young. Right. Yeah. You just look down and be like, boop. Oh, thank you, cross country. Thank you. I already knew you were a good teacher, but knowing this makes it even. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank y'all. But listen, I learned it from teachers that I worked with that, we all, especially like I said, when I was at the junior high level, I remember going to a workshop one time. And it was a teacher there. I'm going to tell y'all this quick story. I know we're going to get off in a few minutes because it's been an hour and a half almost. But I remember going to a workshop one time. And the teacher was talking. It was a white guy, right? And this is when you can have honest conversations about race without feeling like you're going to be accused of being a racist, right? So he was like, I noticed, it was a white guy, a white teacher, and he said, he was talking about student engagement and how to build relationships with your kids and how to get kids to, reach out to you and that kind of stuff, right? So he said, I noticed that, he said, there was a teacher across the hall from me, and it was a black woman, black female teacher, and all the kids, he said, I noticed all the kids would go by her classroom first thing in the morning before school started, right? They would go in, and he said, it was like his first or second year teaching, right? And he was like, oh my gosh, like how is she doing that? Like, how does she get these kids to come by every day and come by her room every day and say hi to her? What has she done to build up this rapport with these kids? Like, what has she done? And of course, he was teaching at a black school, right? He was teaching at a predominantly black school. He was this white guy, first, second year teacher. And he was trying to figure out, how in the world do I do this? How do I build up this relationship? Hold on, y'all. This is my mom. This is the second time she called. Hold on. Hello? Yes. You were playing Scrabble. Did you beat Grandma? Okay, yes. I'm going to play with you on Sunday. Did you beat Grandma? You did? Oh, that's good. Oh, good job, Pooh. Good job. Ma. Trey. Trey. Okay, I love you. Get the phone back to Grandma. All right. Hey, I gotta. Mine was on live. You called me back to back. I thought it was an emergency. I thought something was wrong. It's okay. Bye. I'm sorry, y'all. My mom called me, and I was like, "Oh, I knew I was getting ready to get off the live," so I was like, "I'll call her back." And then she hung up and called me right back, and I was like, "Okay, hold on, let me see what's going on." But my nephew is over there. My nephew is 5, and she put him on the phone. And he said, Auntie, I was playing Scrabble with Grandma. So they over there playing Scrabble. My mother's teaching him how to play Scrabble, child. And he can, listen, he can read and he can spell. So I believe, so he said he going to play, I'm going over there Sunday for Easter dinner. So he said he going to play Scrabble with me on Sunday. So anyway, that was that. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. sorry. But I thought something was wrong. I meant to hit the mute button. I really did, but I was answering the phone so fast. But that's my Pooh. That's my nephew. That's my Pooh. Yeah. So anyway, I was telling the story about the white teacher. And so he said finally, he worked up the nerve, and he went over to the teacher to ask her. He said, I noticed that you've got this great relationship with these kids. How do you get them to come by here? Like, what is it that you're doing that, propels them to come by to say hi to you every morning or whatever? And she said, lotion. He said, lotion. She said, lotion. She said, they know I have lotion. So they come by my room every day and they get lotion. And he was like, because of course, you got black kids. They can't walk around ashy. They were coming by her classroom every morning because they knew that she had lotion. And so he said, I never knew, because again, this is when you could be honest about, talking about black people and white people. And he was like, I didn't know lotion was a big deal. I didn't know that was serious. It was that serious. He said, but he started keeping lotion in his room for his kids. So these are the things that you learn. You don't know. You learn, right? So, and I keep lotion. I keep lotion on my desk too. I keep lotion on my desk. I can't keep lotion. And then they know I got the good lotion because I have like the Bath and Body Works lotion. Oh my gosh. And even the boys, they'll say, Miss Parker, you have some lotion. And if I run out of like the unscented kind, I'll be like, all I have is this. I don't care. I'm like, yeah, you don't care now. Okay. So, what's wrong, Budget? Wait a minute. Hold on. I missed something Budget said. Hold on. What? Nothing to prepare for the Dominic B says called. Oh, endometriosis. Oh, I've heard endometriosis is very bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Really be your experience sounds like an Abbott Elementary episode. You should pitch your experience to Quinta. Listen, let me tell you something. The reason why I love Abbott Elementary is because anybody who watches and Trace Crispies is a teacher, and there might be some other teachers in the room. I've told anybody who will listen, Abbott Elementary is realer than you guys think. Yes, it's a comedy. And yes, some of the situations are exaggerated, but I could look at almost every episode and find something in it that either I've been through or I know somebody that's been through. Yep, smell like champagne toast. Yeah, Abbott Elementary is on the money. Do you hear me? Again, are certain situations exaggerated? Yes. But let's be clear. Principles like my girl, they exist. Those types of principals are running schools. Please. I need to let y'all know. I didn't watch last night's episode yet. But yes, there are people like that running schools, okay? Now, she's exaggerated. Her character is exaggerated, but it is on point. I'm here to tell you, it is on point. Right, and Quinta's mom is a teacher, so I'm sure she gets a lot. But I would love to be in the writer's room. Shoot. I would love to be in the writer's room. All right, you guys, 180 people in the room. I hope y'all have hit the like button. I know I done went left. Let's get into, I guess we'll talk about, I guess we'll end up with No. The last child, I already did a quick drop on Kandi and Jason Lee. Y'all can go watch the quick drop. Let's talk about this T.S. Madison situation before we get off here, because I didn't speak on it at first. But T.S. Madison has responded, so I can give you guys both sides of the situation. You do with it what you want. Yeah, Taraji is going to be playing her mom, which is going to be great. I'm here for that. It is great TV. I love it. Listen, Abbott Elementary is probably my favorite sitcom right now. Probably my favorite sitcom on TV right now. Yeah, you should. Yes, go back and watch it. It's a good show. It's a really, really good show. And again, if you're watching it, please know that almost, I would say 80% of what I see on that show is so real. Some episodes, I would say 90%. Some episodes, I would say 95%. You know what? I got two more stories. Thank you. Okay. All right. See, I've been doing too much talking today. We're going to be here almost 2 hours. All right, fooling with y'all. Okay. Let's do T.S. Madison. Then we're going to do Marcus Houston. Okay. Let me look at my poll. All right. I asked y'all, what show do you want me to do a live review of tonight? Grown in Gospel or Chasing Dallas? So if you didn't do the poll, only 3 votes. So I guess y'all really don't care. Only 3 people voted. So y'all probably, okay, so that tells me that y'all don't care about either show. Okay, that tells me y'all don't care about either show. But it was 67% for Grown in Gospel and 33% for Chasing Dallas. So I feel like y'all don't care which show I review. So I don't need to do a live review of either show. That's how I feel about that. Okay, no problem. Okay, y'all didn't see the poll? Hold on. Y'all didn't see the poll? You should have saw the poll when you first came in. Hold on. Let me do it again. All right. I'm going to end it and I'm going to do it again. I'll do it again. All right. So, T.S. Madison, for those who do not know, T.S. Madison is a personality. She's a transgendered woman. I mean, everybody knows that. That's not something I'm spilling any tea on. And she used to do a show called The Queen's Supreme Court, and it was really done in her basement, right? For those of you who have been following this for a while, it started off the Queen's Court. It was her and Kaya, and then her and Kaya fell out. And then she did it herself, and she called it the Queen's Supreme Court. All right, I just put the poll back up, so y'all do the poll. Grown in Gospel comes on WeTV, and Chasing Dallas comes on YouTube. Okay, nobody saw the poll. Okay, I put it back up. Okay, so when she was doing the show, the Queen's Supreme Court, now listen, Maddie has her star is going through the atmosphere, right? She is a regular judge on RuPaul's Drag Race now. She's a part of the World of Wonder family, which is the RuPaul machine. She had her own reality show on WeTV, the first transgendered woman to star in her own reality show, I believe was the case. And I think it was supposed to be coming back for a season 2. Y'all still don't see the poll? Why is the poll not showing up? Hold on, let me see something. Oh, you know why? I know why. Because I'm in the wrong daggone video. Child. Lord have mercy. I'm in the wrong video. That would be why. Okay, so, but again, before, this was about maybe 4 years ago that she was doing the Queen Supreme Court. And again, she was doing it in her basement. She has like a whole studio set up in her basement, and she was doing it in her basement. And it was a weekly show where she would do hot topics, and she would have different guest hosts. And she would even have people in the audience. You know, I mean, I don't know how many people her basement held. She's got one of those huge, you know, like mega mansions down in Atlanta, on the outskirts of Atlanta. So her basement was huge. I know that she had enough room to have about 15 people in her quote unquote audience, right? So there's one particular episode where she had Gardini. You guys may not know Gardini. He was on Chasing Atlanta for a season, and he's like a big influencer down on social media. He does parodies of Rick Ross. He's big on Bigo now. He was the guest host one week, and this particular I see what I did now. In this particular episode, they pulled a guy out of the audience who was there with a friend of a friend. It was one of those situations where they was with a friend of a friend. And y'all love me. I love y'all too. So a man by the name of Kayne Meeks. I want to make sure I wrote his name down. Sorry, y'all. We're trying to chew and walk and chew gum at the same time. So he came out last week or earlier this week, and he accused T.S. Madison of SA, right? He accused T.S. Madison of inappropriately touching him without his permission, and went on this whole rant. Right? And made some very serious accusations against T.S. Madison. Now, remember, like I said, T.S. Madison's star is rising. You know, she was on Beyonce's album. She was nominated. I don't know if they won the Grammy for that song, but she was nominated for a Grammy because she was on that song on Beyonce's album, Cozy. She was on Cozy. And she's just doing a lot of things. She's been in a couple of movies. Like, her star is just going through the atmosphere, right? So this guy, and I'm not saying that his feelings aren't valid. I wasn't there. What up, Pam? All right. Sorry, y'all. I had put the poll in the wrong video. So y'all should see all now. Okay, y'all can vote. So he said that, and he went off on this whole rant. He was misgendering T.S., calling T.S. a man, saying that y'all only feel this way because, Gardini can definitely be problematic. But in this case, it's just that he was there that particular episode. And Gardini was rubbing on him as well, just like T.S. Madison was. And if you see the clip, I don't want to show the clip because it's on her YouTube, and I don't want no beef with that. But you see her rubbing. She was rubbing on his chest, but he was also dancing and going along with it. And, you know, they were playing music, and Gardini was licking his back, and it was a whole thing. Now, the thing about T.S. Madison is her brand is sex, right? She came out of the adult entertainment world, right? Most people were first introduced to T.S. Madison as part of the adult entertainment world. And then she evolved. And again, like I said, she has, changed the trajectory of her career. But her brand is sex. That is her brand. She, she's always has these double entendres and these innuendos and things of that nature. And so when she brought him up there and asked him to take his shirt off, and he took his shirt off, and she's rubbing all on his abs and all of that, and like I said, Gardini was touching on him and licking on him and stuff. It was a whole thing. Now, what he's saying now is that he felt uncomfortable, that he was just going along with it because he was uncomfortable. That's not what he went there for. He was invited by a friend. He didn't know that he was going to be a part of the show. And they're using his voice without his permission. And again, in the midst of him going off, he has misgendered T.S. Madison and things of that nature. Now, again, I'm not saying, have no idea who T.S. Madison is. Okay. Well, hold on. Let me see something. Is it still up there? Excuse me. Why I can't find what I'm looking for. Excuse me. Okay. I'm sorry. I was trying to find y'all the exact quotes, but I'm paraphrasing. I wanted to be able to bring you exactly what that man said. But anyway, that's essentially what he was saying. You know what I hate? I hate now that people can buy checks on social media, because that used to help me figure out if I had the right person or not. Now, anybody can just have a check, and I don't know if it's the right person I'm looking for, and I hate that. No disrespect to people who done bought a blue check. But it's hard for me to find the person I'm looking for sometimes. Okay. It's hard to misgender T.S. She is such a girl, right? So, okay. Now, with that being said, I'm going to let y'all hear some of T.S. Madison did respond, and I'm going to let you guys hear some of T.S. Madison's response. Now, what he also said was that Tyler Perry allowed him to tell his story because he's on the show with Eva, the show about the strippers, and he said that Tyler Perry allowed him to tell his story. Through one of the stories on the Queen's, whatever that show is with the thing. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Because I thought I had this stuff, but something, I must have lost it. Okay. Kaylin K. Meeks. Okay. Maybe it'll come up if I put the K in. Yep, I found it. All right, I found it. Okay, so let me go back and let me read y'all some of what he had to say. Okay. Let me start from the beginning because it's a lot here. Okay, T.S. Madison is something. I don't know what this is. It's outside. You have to complete 20. Okay, this is something else. All right. T.S. Madison, when I spoke out about, now I'm going to read it the way he has it, even though he's misgendering her. But I want you guys to hear what he's saying without me adding my 2 cents to it. When I spoke out about his sexual assault, he fired me with a tech weapon in my crown throat. And so, y'all got to see the way this is written. Paid a bunch of Bitcoin to put me in the. He paid a bunch of Bitcoin to put me in the Matrix and track me. Looking through my eyes, King Cult, Daisy Cult, Pink Cult. Y'all see I'm not making this up. Y'all see how he's writing this stuff? All the Queen's men. Thank you. All right. Hold on, y'all. Because this is not what I'm looking. I don't know what all this stuff is. Okay. I'm more famous than T.S. Madison. He doesn't have a job on television. Large community does not like the way he looks. His jobs are limited, and so is his future. If anything, I will always be more famous than him. I'd rather look like this than walking down the carpet than that. Now, this is what he looks like. This is Kayla Meeks. This is what he posted. That's what he said. So this is him. I'm just giving you guys examples of some of what he said. These are some of the rants. He posted a picture of him next to T.S. Madison before her transition, saying, I look better than him. The T.S. Madison can only work on gay television. He does not have a consistent job on television, and a lot of my friends do not like him. He cannot work where I work. Tyler Perry Studios. Tyler Perry, he's banned from Tyler Perry. It's not more famous than me. It is not more recognizable than me. He does not have a constant job on television. I'm just reading you guys some of the stuff that he said. He looks like he took down the stuff where he's talking about the assault, though. So this is just him, I guess, responding to TS. I was trying to find where he talked about what happened to him when he was on the Queen's Supreme Court. Here it is right here. Okay, here it is right here, y'all. That's T.S. Madison. That's him, and that's Gardini. That's Gardini right there. I'm gonna let y'all look at it one more time. So that's when he said that he was first assaulted by T.S. Madison, right? That's when he said he was first assaulted by T.S. Madison. And again, it's just a bunch of rants from there. He told his story. He said that, he left. He was so upset. He was so embarrassed that as soon as the show was over, he left. He said he couldn't leave sooner because he doesn't drive. And that he rode there with his then boyfriend at the time. And that's why he couldn't leave, but that he was so upset. Okay. T.S. Madison does have a television show. Absolutely. All right. So then he said, you'll be seeing me more in Tyler Perry Productions where T.S. Madison Hinton is not allowed to be at. He is banned for life at Tyler Perry Studios. Now, what Tyler Perry said, you can't work there because of me. Okay, this is footage of me in a television show being harassed. Okay, and that's the clip of him. So let me let you guys hear T.S. Madison. Now, T.S. Madison has a YouTube platform, a huge YouTube platform, because that's where she used to do her show from. So I'm going to let you guys hear her response yesterday. She said she only going to speak on this one time because, of course, her attorneys are involved. So I'm going to let you guys hear some of what she had to say.
Out to me, and he asked me could he rent a room during the coronavirus. But I haven't seen this gentleman since 2019. In the year 2020, he reached out to me and he asked me could he rent a room during the coronavirus. So a person that's so sexually assaulted and so sexually abused and sexually why are you reaching out to me asking me to rent a room from me in April 2020? He asked me to rent a room here at the Chateau.
The Chateau is what she calls her house. Yes, he's saying that she is banned from Tyler Perry because he works at Tyler Perry Studios because he works on all the Queen's Men.
And I was like, are we keyed about it, whatever? And and I never rented him a room. I have conversations from this gentleman reaching out to me way back in the year 2015, trying to get me to, review his song, put his song on my platform, and all this type of stuff. Just like really reaching out to me. I have all of if it ever had to have gotten litigious, I am prepared, because you're not gonna get me. First of all, I don't like. Let me not say I don't like.
So she goes on to talk about how she wasn't even really attracted to him like that. It was just for the show, and how he knew what it was. It wasn't an issue. I'm gonna let you guys listen to a little bit more.
T, because transgenderism is, reciting that Candace Owens shit. And then right after that, somebody wrote in the comments, well, you were over T.S. Madison's house. How do you feel this way? And then immediately after a person wrote that in the comment section, then the top.
So what she was saying was, because I fast forwarded too far, she was saying that on his Instagram, he was going off on like transphobic rants. And somebody posted in his comments, well, what about T.S. Madison? You were on her show. You were at her house. And then she said that's when all of a sudden he starts telling this story about her assaulting him.
On me began after that. And so I was like, whoa. Because if you go on his page, if you happen to stumble across his page, if you go on his page, you'll see on January, which we say we have that. You'll see on January the 11th, 2022, he posted partial pieces of that same video, cut Gardini out, and put where I rubbed him here on his chest. He posted that, and he was talking about, y'all remember this? Because we have that too. We have that. We have all the correspondences. We have all of those things. So I'm not concerned about anything, but we have all that. And so, he posted this stuff, and I'm like, bro, well, what happened from January 11th, 2022, all the way to April 1st, which was April Fool's, because I thought it was an April Fool's joke, which April 1st, 2023, what happened in between it, because it's still on his page. So all the investigative reporters who likes to investigate and dig for false narratives about me, we see you, girl. And we.
So again, you can go to T.S. Madison's YouTube channel if you want to hear the whole thing. It's a 20-minute clip where she really goes into how long she's known this guy, how there were never any issues until he went on this homophobic rant, this transphobic rant, excuse me. He went on this transphobic rant, and then all of a sudden, once he went on this transphobic rant, then all of a sudden, T.S. Madison did this to me. Now, I'm not saying T.S. Madison did or didn't. I can't say whether T.S. Madison made him uncomfortable or not. I wasn't there. I know I've been around T.S. Madison. I never had no issues. I mean, I guess I wouldn't. But I've never known T.S. Madison to be anything but a sweetheart. I ain't saying she perfect. I'm not saying, and I can't say my experience is somebody else's experience, but she definitely has all of her documentation. If you go listen to that whole video, they've got messages where he's reached out to her. Like she said, he asked if he could live with her. He was looking for a room to rent, and he reached out to her. Hey, Nay. Oh, thank you. Is that Jihan Pouncey? Hey, thank you for becoming a member. Shout out. Welcome to the membership. Yes. Thank you so much. But my whole thing is I can't tell somebody whether they were or were not assaulted. I can't tell somebody whether they were uncomfortable or not. But go listen to, y'all go to his channel, his Instagram. It's Kaylen, Calenk. You got to put the K in there. Meeks. And then you can go to T.S. Madison's Instagram. And y'all can look at both. And y'all can make your own opinion. I know for me, I'm going to say that when I was around T.S. Madison, I had no issues. I didn't see her doing these types of things with, other people. It was all fun. Everybody had a good time, and her brand is sex. Like if you go watch T.S. Madison, her brand is sex. I mean, that's what we know her from. She came out of the adult entertainment world, and she doesn't shy away from it. She doesn't lie about it. You know what I mean? Like, this is what she does. So, if you were to ask me my opinion, then I would say I don't think TS did anything wrong. But again, I can't tell somebody what their experience is. But just go listen. Just go listen. Now he wasn't even the main character. He talking like him and Tyler Perry best friends, Shah. He said, because of me, you'll never be in a Tyler Perry production. And that's what he said. He said, because of me, you will never be in a Tyler Perry production. Okay? Now, this last story, we've been on here for 2 hours, y'all. Y'all know I don't normally be on here for no 2 hours. So I'm giving y'all the extended play today, okay? It's 181 in the room. By now, we should have 100%. It should be 180 likes. Are there 180 likes? Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the new member. And we're going to get into this last story. I haven't heard my cash apps. I don't think it's no cash apps. Y'all know I like to thank y'all. I don't like to forget nothing. Okay. All right. It's 165 likes. Okay, we close. Oh, it's 183 likes. Okay, we close. We'll be there. All right. Now listen, Marcus Houston. Now listen, y'all. The first time I heard this story, I ain't even gonna lie. The first time I heard this story, I didn't believe it. I didn't. I did not believe it. I heard this story a few years ago that Marcus Houston, who at the time was in his 30s, was marrying a 19-year-old that he had known since she was 17. I didn't believe it. I said, that ain't happened. That's what I had said. I said, that ain't happened. But since then, I know that it's true, right? You don't have to tell me. I know it's true. I know. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. But of course, I now know that it is true, that it absolutely happened. So this Sunday on Unsung, y'all know the show that comes on TV One or what is it? I think it's TV One. Unsung, where they talk to celebrities and they kind of go through their most controversial moments and go through their situations. Marcus Houston, he tried to pull the old okie doke on us. You know, he tried to fool us with the banana and the tailpipe. Okay. He said that, yes, he met his now wife when she was 17. He said they got married when she was 19. I feel like they were trying to say that nothing happened before she turned 18. Thank you for the super sticker. Mwah! Thank you so much for the super sticker, my love. Yes. All right. Thank you. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of this clip.
A little different, you know, how we met, you know, through mutual friends and everything like that. You know, when I met my wife, she was 17. So, you know, we had no really conversation and no really connection until, you know, she was of age. You know, it's people don't understand it, and I got a lot of backlash for marrying someone that was 19. And, you know, when we did finally start to talk, I was like, this woman is like me. And she was just like, when I would talk to her, she just, for one, we had a spiritual connection. And I feel like that's the most important thing. We both love God. We both love Jehovah. And that was key. And being able to start being around her and talking to like, we got it. We connected through music, and, you know, her spirit, her kindness, her heart reminds me a lot of me and my wife's situation is a little different.
Okay, so first of all, let's start from the beginning and work our way forward. First of all, y'all met through mutual friends. How the hell y'all got mutual friends? You 30, she's 17. You mean you met through her parents? Because y'all don't have mutual friends. I'm not friends with nobody that's 17. I'm not friends with nobody that's friends with nobody that's 17. I'm too old to be friends with somebody that is 17. You mean you met through her parents, her auntie and her uncle, her goddaddy? Because you didn't meet through nobody that she's friends with. Let's start from the beginning and work our way back, okay? That's number one. Number two, y'all had a lot in common. What the hell you got in common with a 17-year-old? There is nothing that a 35-year-old man has in common with a 17-year-old little girl. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all can feel how y'all feel about it. I'm going to feel how I feel about it. There's nothing that a 35-year-old grown-ass man has in common with no 17. Y'all shouldn't even be talking about the same shit. She is 17. She is a sophomore or a senior in high school. She should be thinking about the prom and her biology exam. Sir, you are 35 years old, or however old you were when y'all started dating. You worried about paying your mortgage. You worried about trying to get your group back together so you can make some money. That's what you worried about. There's nothing that y'all have in common. Hey, Pat. And then you talking about something we had the same we like the same music. Why? What music y'all like together? Then talking about something we met when she was 17. But ain't nothing happened until we was 19. And if you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. If you believe that, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. All right. That's me? Oh, thank you. Oh, that's my... Okay, I know what this is. Thank you. I ordered 2 dresses for the thing. I know what that is. He was 37 and she was 17. There's absolutely nothing in this world. Right. Thank you, Peace. And then he said they had God in common. Well, I got God in common with a whole lot of people. I got God in common with my 5-year-old nephew, but that don't mean we got nothing else in common. That just means we both love Jesus. Ciao. Rasby did try to tell us a long time ago. Pat. Trey called me today. He told me that he beat Grandma in Scrabble. Oh. He said he won't play me in Scrabble when I come over there, child. First of all, you know my mama wanted to beat him. My mama would have beat him. Cause my mom used to beat me. She wouldn't hold back on me. She said you had to learn how to lose. I know, ain't nothing like a grandchild. Yeah, I'm just sitting here and I'm like, first of all, and I get it, you go on a show like that, they're going to ask you the question and they probably tell you, because the show is called Uncensored. So they probably tell you that you can't not answer a question. Like that's probably part of the agreement of you going on the show. So I guess that they had to, try to, but sir, you had to come up with something better. I don't know. And yeah, I saw somebody say, where were the parents? I had that same question. Where were the parents? I guess the same place Aaliyah mama and daddy was. I don't know. But you know what, Karen? It's not even about waiting until the kid. I don't know. I mean, I guess. I don't know. She ran away from her parents and moved in with Chris Stokes. See, it's so many things wrong with this situation. It's so many things wrong with this situation. What happened? Oh. Is that not grooming? I don't know. Some people might call it grooming. If you met her at 17, y'all got married at 19. Some people might call it grooming. I don't know if that's the exact definition because I would need more information. But it's definitely inappropriate. I don't care how you spend it. I don't care what you try to say. There's no way you're going to spend that to me. You 37 years old and you were dating a 17-year-old and y'all got married when she was 19. There's nothing you can say to me. Not me. Now, maybe other people, but ain't nothing you can say to me. He groomed her, child. Thank you, Danny. Listen, if you guys want a Really BTV mug or tumbler, Y'all go. Danny gave us the. Y'all drop in on the link. To Danny's Etsy shop, and you guys order it, and you get it. I got a mug right here. I don't have a tumbler right here. I got a mug right here. If I can reach it. Here's the mug. If you want a Really Be TV mug, you can get it in all black, or you can get it in black with the white trim. Okay. I got a headache. He's trying to spin a tail and make us seem like we on crack, but I ain't going, child. He's trying to make us think we crazy. He's immature. If you at 30, if you as a 40-year-old have something in common with a 20-year-old, then yeah, it's something wrong with you, not her or them. Yeah, I feel the same way. She must have not been around any sort of parental control. That's all I can say. She must not have been around any sort of parental control. That's all I can say, child. So when the surviving Christos coming, it sounds like it need to come. Raz B been trying to tell y'all, ain't nobody want to listen. Y'all said he was crazy. Nobody wanted to listen to Raz B. But I guess Raz B been telling us the truth. I guess he been telling us the truth. Most of the victims are male and won't step forward. That's true. You know, men don't come forward like women do. And I know that last story we were talking about the T.S. Madison situation. But that I wouldn't put that in that same category. That's just me, though. Anyway. All right, y'all. Let me look at this poll now that I put the poll in the right place. Let's look at the poll. Let's see what y'all want to see. Y'all see. Okay, so y'all want to see a live review of Grown and Gospel. 75%. So 81 people voted. 75% of y'all said y'all want to see a live review of Grown and Gospel. Okay, so what that says to me is this. I'm going to end the poll now. Why? Oh, it's raining? Oh. I mean, I could tell that the sky got dark, but I couldn't hear it, so I didn't know it was raining. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, so we'll be back here. What time does Grown the Gospel come on, at 8 or 9? I'm not sure what time Grown the Gospel comes on. I think it comes on at, hold on, let me check. I can't. Put it like this. If it comes on at 8, we'll be here at 9:30. If it comes on at 9, we'll be here at 10:30 to do a live review for Grown the Gospel. If you don't watch Grown the Gospel, it comes on WeTV. It either comes on at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. It's sort of the gospel version of Growing Up Hip Hop. They have a lot of the kids of gospel artists. And so we'll be here to talk about it. Okay, we're about to get on out of here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the membership. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for hanging with me for 2 hours. We've been here for 2 hours talking about these people. And I still have more stuff to talk about. I'm just going to save it for tomorrow, honey. Because we'll be here all night. You were watching that? And I'm going to tell you what I am going to do, though. I'm going to do 2 other videos. I think I'm going to do them as pre-records, though. Yeah, I'm going to do 2 others, but I'm going to do them as pre-records, okay? All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Yo, that song is in my head. Y'all, my head is killing me. I have a headache.